Hey, so you are thinking about making a move right here to the Atlanta, Georgia area, and you want to know how is the Atlanta weather? You know it's pretty warm throughout, but you want to know how hot can it get? Is it like humid hot or is it dry heat hot? Do we have tornadoes or do we have hurricanes? Like what is the weather really like in the Atlanta area? And I am going to tell you just that. All right, if you are new to me and my channel, I am Lorena Saunders. I'm a realtor right here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And on this channel, I talk about all things moving to Atlanta. So we spotlight neighborhoods. We talk about things to do in Atlanta. And today we are actually going to be talking about the weather. I'm going to give you the weather month by month, but I'm also going to tell you about the severe weather that we can get here in the Atlanta areas and which part of Atlanta are prone to get hit the most. And so let's get right into it. So Georgia experienced all four seasons, and Atlanta is no different. However, the length of time for each season will be different. It's not equal and it's not the same. We do experience more warmer months than anything else. Now, our coldest months are going to be November, December, January, and February. You will start to see that it's about between 50 to 57 degrees on average. And at nighttime, it could get in the 30s or even lower. That's on average. Most of the time, it is sunny. However, we will have heavy rains during that time frame as well. Now, the one thing about Atlanta that you do need to know is that we do have black ice. And so when it's freezing and the rain comes down and it freezes over, it creates that black ice. And so you just have to be mindful and careful when you're out on the roads. We don't have a lot of snow that gets in the Atlanta area. However, if you are on the northern side of Atlanta, you can experience some snow about 4 to 6 inches. However, it usually does not stick. It usually is gone within a day or two. And if you're on the south side of Atlanta, usually it's just a nice little dust that happens. But again, it doesn't stick. And it's not every year that that even happens. So really, we don't really get a lot of snow. But I will tell you though, if it does, if a flurry does come down, they will shut down school. There will be, government offices that shut down. Atlanta plays no games when it comes to the snow. Okay. Now, moving on to March. In March, that is when the springtime is starting to bud. So you will start to see the flowers bloom on the trees. You're going to see a thin layer of pollen, but not very much. March cannot make up its mind. 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute is raining. You don't really know what you're going to get. And so you really have to plan it on a day by day basis and plan it by ear. Now, once you hit April, however, April is full blown spring. And so all the trees at this point have blossomed. We're going to have a lot of rain during that month and also a lot of pollen. So you'll just see yellowness everywhere. And that is pollen, my friends. And so one thing about it is the pollen gets on your skin, it gets on your face. If you're outside and you're talking, it gets in your mouth. So it's pollen everywhere. So if you have any allergies, my tip for you is to get your medication in February and in March. If you wait to April when everybody else is getting their medicine, you may not find your allergy medication that you prefer, or you will have to go to several stores to be able to get it. Now, May, June, July, August, and September, it is scorching hot. I mean, hot. It's not dry heat hot, it's like humid heat hot. You're looking in the high 80s to sometimes even it goes past to 100. Now, one of the things that you have to worry about in the Atlanta area is drought. So we do get a severe drought season in the summer months. Now, you'll see on the news, you'll see on, like your city pages and your county pages, information comes out about, drought and kind of what you have to do, different ordinance you have to abide by during that time frame. For example, if you have a address with a odd number, maybe they say, hey, for your outside watering activities, whether you're washing your car, using your sprinklers, or watering your plants, you can only do that on Mondays. And if you have even numbers, it's on Tuesdays. And so you want to make sure that you're aware of those and you abide by it, because if you get caught not abiding by it, you could get a citation or a fine. And so you just want to be mindful of that. Now let's go into October. So in October, it's very much like March. The weather doesn't know if it's coming or going, what it wants to do. And so it does change. You will have some days that are like 75, 80, and other days that are in the 50s. It really does depend day by day. What I will say is once you get to like Halloween, it starts to kind of make up its mind and say, okay, we're in fall now. So you definitely want to make sure you have your jackets with you because it can get cool outside. Fall in Atlanta is really nice. You start to see the leaves dropping, they're turning colors, and it's really enjoyable. You can go outside during the day and you just enjoy the nice weather. But once that sun goes down, it gets really chilly. So you definitely want to make sure that you have that jacket available to you. So, hey, if you're getting value out of this video, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to share this video with someone you know who can use it. So now let's talk about severe weather, because Atlanta does get some severe weather. Now, when we're talking about hurricanes, we don't really get hurricanes. However, we do get the remnants of the winds and the rains that are caused by the hurricane. So a lot of our coastal neighbors will use Atlanta as a safety place to get away from the hurricanes. But again, we will experience high winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour, sometimes even more of the winds, and really heavy rains. So you need to be careful. Now, which brings us to the other thing, flooding, right? So we do get severe flooding in certain areas. And so if there's an area that, has creeks or lakes, those are going to be the areas that are going to be more prone to flooding. And those areas are going to be counties like Cobb County, Alden County, Douglas County, and also some places in Atlanta, which is in Fulton County, will also experience. Now, as far as severe thunderstorms, we get a lot of tropical rain, right? So we'll get more severe rain than anything, but we will have tornadoes that kind of come through. Now, typically they're like level 1, 2 tornadoes, so high winds. They'll do some damage, but not a whole lot of damage. But we still get tornadoes. And so usually that's going to be March, April, May. It's going to be that time for tornadoes. And in the path of the tornadoes are going to be counties such as Spalding County, Cobb County, Cherokee County, Hall County as well. So you definitely just want to be mindful if you're looking for property in those areas that, that could be on the reoccurring paths of some of those tornadoes. Now, I will say that, if you're buying a new home, you don't really have a whole lot of trees to worry about. But if you're buying a resale home and you're in either one of those counties that have like high winds for the hurricanes or tornadoes or something like that, that you think about trimming any trees over the rooftop of your homes, and actually just checking the health of your trees in your yard and making sure if they're not healthy, you get them cut down just because you don't want the heavy winds to knock the tree down and cause damages. So those are definitely things you just want to be mindful of. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and also go into the description and grab my freebies. Okay, so they're free to you. They're there for you to help you make a move to the Atlanta, Georgia area. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment below. All right, until the next video. Bye.